This is my 60-gallon tank, and as you can see, there are the Laetacara Araguaia. There is also some tank mates, but we'll talk about them in a minute. First of all, obviously, we're going to talk about this Laetacara Araguaia. It's also known as the Humphead Cichlid, and it is a dwarf cichlid. So they don't get very big at all, not much bigger than they are right now. So this 60-gallon tank provides good space, and I guess you could say it's actually a monster tank for this fish. It's a South American cichlid, and they come from slow moving water, so they like the slower parts of the river, but they are also very, very beautiful. And I know that, you know, people, and I'm one of them, that keep big cichlids and think that the bigger cichlids have got all the attitude and all the looks, but I've had quite a good time to observe this fish, and it's full of attitude, and it's certainly got the looks. I've got 8 of them, and they're very, very outgoing. They're a little bit aggressive with each other, so they give each other a bit of aggro. They don't seem to bother anything else in the tank, but, you know, they can be territorial against each other, but most cichlids are. You need to be giving them lots of hiding places, lots of wood, lots of plants, lots of rocks, just places where they can find territories. And also, if they start to breed, they can breed safely. When it comes to breeding this fish, they're just like other cichlids. They're going to pick a rock or they're going to pick a cave, and they're going to get territorial defending that spot. So obviously, I've not had that right now, so I've not experienced that with these, but I have experienced it a lot with a lot of other cichlids. So we'll see what happens when that happens. When it comes to pH, it needs to be soft. They like a soft water, so anything from 5.5 up to 7, which is really ideal for me because my water is very, very soft. My water out of the tap is around about 6, so it's perfect for these guys. They can actually handle a lower temperature, so anything from 24 to 26. They don't like fluctuations in temperature either, so you've got to be careful. So if you keep it around about 24 to 26, you can't go wrong. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed them and talk to you a little bit about what I feed these and what's good for them. So I've just fed them some fluvial bug bites. It's the tropical formula. It's a granule. You can feed them granules. You can feed them flake food, frozen food. I will feed them the granules. I will feed them the flake. I also feed them brine shrimp that's got garlic, brine shrimp with spirulina. It's just basically to give them a bit of a spread diet. But they are aggressive eaters as well. They love the food. They're first to it every time. Like I said before, I have 8 of these, and they're an absolutely stunning fish. So what made me want to keep this fish? Well, you know, for a very long time that I was droning on about my cichlids being too big for the tanks that I had. And that is just my opinion. It's a lot of debates I've been in, but I just think that a fish needs a bigger home wherever you can get it. I know there's a debate around tank size, but that's for another video. But in this case, I just wanted to keep something smaller. I first saw these properly in Pier Aquatics around about a year ago, and I was really taken with them. I went away, researched them, and thought to myself, I would love to keep this fish. Now, there are other Laetacaras, there are other dwarf cichlids, but this one just caught my eye, and it's absolutely stunning. Obviously, then I started going on my little journey around wherever I got the opportunity to bring smaller fish in. I did. And then this tank was just a tank that I was using for quarantine, hospital tank, that kind of thing. And I decided, no, it was the time to make sure that I used it properly and I did something good with it. And this was the fish that I had obviously been thinking about. So I went and got some. I went and got 8 of them from Pier Aquatics, and they're absolutely stunning. And they were really, really cheap. I think I paid it basically 2 for £20, and that's the cheapest that I'd actually seen them. And I'm really, really happy with them. So tank mates, obviously tank mates for me is something that you need to find out for yourself. But the original idea was to have them in with these black neon tetras. So I love the black neon tetra. You know, I know that there's a lot of well, opinion would be there's a lot more nicer tetras out there, but I just like the black neon tetra. So I wanted to put them in with a group of these, and I wanted to put them in with a couple of albino hoplo catfish, and that's what I did. The angels are in here because I had nowhere else to put them. We've just bred those angels. The young are growing out in the fish room, and I needed somewhere to put them, so I put them in here. But they seem to be okay. So these little dwarf cichlids don't really bother any of those other fish. Like I said, they only really give each other jip, if that makes sense. So for me, the tank mates that I have in this tank are working out. So I would say trial and error. Obviously, don't get anything too small that they're going to eat it, but you know, they seem to work with anything. Now, that said, if they start to breed, who knows what will happen. We've also got a couple of checkerboard cichlids, which are very nice too. I wanted to get some checkerboard cichlids. The original plan wasn't really to put them in here, but they're working out, and aren't they nice as well? I just wanted to do an update on them because I bought them, and I know a lot of people, especially Jeff. I know Jeff loves them from Pelham Aquatics. I just wanted to do a bit more of an in-depth look at them, and I thought I've not done a species profile for a while, so we'll have a bit of fun. We'll have a bit of fun and do a profile on this fish. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this fish as much as I do. I just want to say a massive thank you as always. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you all on the next one.